Hi everyone, this is Ellen Bird with Birth of New Earth, and I wanted to share with you a little short video about something that came through just a moment ago around health and how health is connected to our closeness with nature. And I've realized all of this work I'm doing, the word food has almost become synonymous with the word health. We think of health and we think of what we put into our bodies and what we don't put into our bodies, maybe even more so. And what I'm realizing is that it's so much more than that, and so much more different than that. So what I'm really starting to learn, and what's coming through as wisdom, is that it's not necessarily only the elements that we're putting into our body. Um, and it is a huge part of it, but it's how close are these elements to nature? So you could be eating fully fruits and vegetables, but they're not organic. And so that is taking things a step away from nature. You could be eating, delicious, healthy things, but they all come from metal cans or plastic containers, or they're all frozen. And so those steps are taking them further away from nature than if you went to the grocery store and bought them in the produce section, or better yet, go to the farmer's market and buy them straight from the farm. And they're all pesticide free and organic and healthy and vibrant. So, I'm finding that the closer that we can get to nature, the more healthy we are going to be. And this comes through in the shampoos and conditioners that I'm choosing to use, all raw, happy, healthy ingredients that you can read the names of. And those things, how that affects my body versus the old paradigm types of shampoos and conditioners that have the chemicals, and those are going in through your pores. And so how that can contribute to health in a negative and positive way. Um, yeah, so just the steps, like how far are we from nature, and how that has affected us, how that has affected our health, our mental health, our physical health, emotional, spiritual. It's all connected, as you know. And really, feeling into even plants as medicines. And, I've been using a lot of essential oils as medicinal components in my life, versus anything that is pharmaceutical or over the counter for pain relief, for inflammation, to regulate hormones, for bug repellent, for everything. I've been using fully essential oils for this, and plants as medicines versus pharmaceuticals and versus anything synthesized. And, what came up for me is, the argument that everything is from nature, right? Even plastics, even something synthesized. And I don't argue that. Everything, of course, is from nature. It's just how many steps away from nature. And really seeing that optimal health, is closer to nature. And so using a plant, how that putting that plant into your body and working with that plant, how the result may not be as fast and instantaneous as it would be if you take the magic pill, right? But how taking the plant versus the magic pill is actually bringing you back into harmony with that plant. It's bringing the element of the plant into your body and allowing your body to find balance. So it's not a false sense of balance and a quickened, instant sense of balance. It takes a little bit longer, and it ultimately is going to bring you into a more healthful state in the long run, than taking something that is further away from nature. And so, yeah, I just have really been feeling into the different ways that we can become closer and closer to nature, and not saying to not do things, but saying, making a point of choosing things that are closer to nature in each decision that you're making in the grocery store, or the farmer's market, better yet, choosing things that are organic and choosing things that are from the farmer. And yeah, and even more so how we're living our lives closer to nature, taking off our shoes every once in a while and putting our feet onto the earth and the bare ground, and how that brings us closer to nature, because we're actually reconnecting our own energy field with the energy field of nature, when the shoes can detach us and disconnect us from that natural field that does exist around us. And how, over time, from being in apartments and not ever stepping on the earth, and um, all of the unnatural elements of the way people choose to live that I feel really far away from right now. I'm like, what do people do? Watching television and, all these different things, drinking and drugs and all these things, that just kind of bring us further away from nature, and how to, yeah, if we're wanting to be as healthy as we possibly can be, how to reconnect, how to put our feet on the earth, how to jump in the water, and how to choose shampoos and foods that are closer to nature, things that are going into our skin, into our body, how to choose water that's from a spring versus bottled water, and how to vortex our own water, and how to, yeah, just the different things, the different elements of how to live the most healthy, vibrant lifestyle, and how all of those elements have made me as vital and vibrant as I am today. And just noticing the common thread that all of these different elements are related to bringing things closer to their natural state, to the natural way of being, and how if we're making a focus and making a point of bringing things back into balance, into harmony with the way things naturally are and were, how that's going to make us the most healthy versions of ourselves and the most vibrant and radiant versions of ourselves, and how that means that we get to live a life of total bliss and excitement and health and beauty. And it's just really exciting that we can all reach this place just by simple acts of bringing ourselves closer to nature. And I invite us all to do more of that on a regular basis, so that we can all be the most harmonious and balanced version of ourselves. And so that can create a more harmonious and balanced collective, and just world peace. Excitement and longevity and vitality and radiance, which I wish upon all of us. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you so much.